Before we get into the video, check the description and join our daily giveaways. Axie Infinity has fueled the play to acquire industry in the wake of showing enormous accomplishment with its foundation. Its Smooth Love Potion (SLP) token is critical to that achievement. The token is given as a prize to clients for playing the game and can be spent to raise new animals. Individuals in emerging nations have gone to Axie Infinity as another type of revenue. Be that as it may, the game has begun to bomb these clients in light of the fact that the quantity of remunerations has been falling since July. Presently players acquire not exactly the Philippines' normal compensation. The SLP token has hence been on a greatly negative pattern, losing 97% of its worth since its top in July. Could the new Axie Infinity update carry a truly necessary desire to SLP? What is Smooth Love Potion (SLP)? Axie Infinity took motivation from effective games like Pokémon, yet incorporated a key distinction. The game permitted players to claim their things and acquire money with genuine worth. Players gather animals called axies that exist as non-fungible tokens, which they can raise, fight and exchange. This is where Smooth Love Potion becomes an integral factor. The ERC20 token can be procured by finishing everyday journeys and fighting with the axies. The Axie Infinity group thinks about it to the coins from Super Mario, yet with money related as Steam. These tokens can then be utilized to raise new axies. The expense of these beginnings at 100 SLP and increments progressively relying upon the number of you have reared. Axies must be reproduced up to multiple times to stop out of control inflation. Axie Infinity ended up being a gigantic starting accomplishment with its SLP token rising quickly. Yet, has it lost its appeal? SLP's cost history. SLP sent off toward the start of January 2020 on Uniswap around the 3 cents mark. The token was one of the first of its sort, initiating the creative thought that you could acquire from messing around. In spite of the energy from the prime supporter, Jeff Zerlin, on Twitter, the market was not exactly prepared for SLP, and it had dipped under 1 cent by 1 February. Nonetheless, the gaming token saw its most memorable cost spike soon thereafter. SLP had moved back more than the 1 cent mark and to $0.016 on 19 February. This came after the send-off of the primary time of the player versus player (PvP) field. All through the season, players fight each other up the rankings. The higher the positioning, the more rewards the client acquires. Throughout the next months, SLP fell beneath 1 cent and kept on dropping step by step. By 20 June, the token went as far as $0.003. Yet, half a month after the fact, SLP would see its most memorable significant cost flood. SLP hustled from $0.003 on 6 July to 19 cents 2 days after the fact, breaking past the 10 cents obstruction interestingly. In a blog entry, Axie Infinity contended this breakout was a direct result of the game's captivating nature. It said, "The expanded SLP cost fortified our story of play to procure and carried many new eyes to our biological system. We were generally eager to see that albeit large numbers of the new local area individuals came to estimate, they were attracted by the game and local area and have kept close by." The cost blast had additionally come not long before the end date of Season 7 of the PvP field. By 12 July, the day it got done, SLP had dropped to 2 cents. It mobilized again toward the beginning of August as the group changed a portion of the elements to the fight framework. It carried out player-requested highlights like expanding how much mending from specific characters. SLP crested at 7 cents on 12 August, which was still a lot lower than its July rally. Regardless of falling in late August, SLP came to 7 cents again on 1 September as Season 10 went live. This time players could procure DGX, a digital money whose worth is attached to the cost of gold. Despite the fact that SLP saw more modest spikes in its cost throughout the next months, it was currently in a drawn-out negative pattern. The gaming token had dove to 1 cent on 1 January 2021. Be that as it may, once more, it would before long break out. 2021. A mishmash for SLP. Smooth Love Potion began energizing toward the start of February. This corresponded with the send-off of Ronin, a sidenet of Ethereum planned explicitly for Axie. Ronin was made to keep away from the tensions and high gas charges of the Ethereum mainnet. Players could now move their things to the new sidenet. SLP came to 7 cents again on 21 February, and it broke past 10 cents on 15 March. That very day, Axie tweeted the interesting undertakings it was dealing with. These incorporated another fight framework endorsed by the Ubisoft Games studio and a commercial center redesign. The gaming token fell somewhat subsequent to cresting in mid-March, dropping to 3 cents on 24 April. SLP then set its record-breaking high several days after the fact, hustling to 41 cents on 1 May. The assembly began after Ronin was refreshed to permit clients to move their axies to the Ethereum sidenet. Clients could now involve the organization for reproducing, token guaranteeing and commercial center exchanges. SLP couldn't keep up with the cost, and it fell back to 13 cents on 31 May. It remained generally at that level for the next month, however figured out how to stay over the 10 cents boundary. July 2021 was Axienity's most dynamic month to date. SLP came near its unsurpassed high on 13 July, coming to 40 cents. This came as its foundation detonated in prevalence. Between 1 July and 14 July, Axienity's day-to-day clients and exchanges practically significantly increased, as per DappRadar. Its user base hustled to 24,619 everyday players on 14 July, and its exchanges reached 37,284. Sadly for Axienity, keeping up with this success couldn't. Its clients, exchanges and SLP began falling after the finish of July and didn't stop. During September it had stooped underneath the 10 cents imprint, and it dropped considerably further to 1 cent in January 2022. Axienity's downturn has been credited to losing its fundamental segment in emerging nations, like the Philippines. As COVID hit, many quit their day occupations and went to the game as a type of revenue. In any case, after changes in its mechanics, rewards began to fall. The fall in remunerations is practically indistinguishable from the SLP cost drop, as per Novik. In any case, it started to look confident again for SLP, as April 2022 saw the send-off of a significant new update reported for Axienity. Under the name Axienity Origins, the update's main goal is to work on the point of interaction, storylines and game mechanics. On 4 April, SLP saw a slight top at 0.0291